Hangar 21, the third map available in the Final Stand DLC for Battlefield 4 that was available today in the CTE environment for Battlefield 4 for testing purposes only, and for me to make this video for you. This map is all about two different sections. You've got inside and outside, but even outside you can break it down a little bit more. This map is absolutely huge, and it's built on the side of a massive hill with a large hangar at the top where the Titans are being made that we saw in 2142. So as I said, the map is very divided and you can play it in lots of different ways. If you like playing in air vehicles, this is going to be a great map for you. We've got attack helis, transport helis, and jets in this game, and there's a really good airspace for it as well. It's broken up by the fact that there's a very steep incline towards the back of the map, towards the hangar, which means you can't go too far deep into the map, but you can circle around the mountains at the side, and there's just a really nice airspace for you to have a good game in. What you do have to watch out for, though, is the ejector pods, which basically transport infantry from one side of the map to the other, and I'm sure I'll show it to you in the gameplay here just now. But you get in the pod, you click the fire button, and wherever you happen to be aiming it will fire the pod up into the air. You can eject at any time, but I do recommend that you eject before you hit the ground because you're just going to die at the moment. As I said, this is in testing, and once you hit the ground in one of the pods, you're supposed to sort of settle softly to the ground, or at least bounce around a little bit, but at the moment you just die. It's still a really cool way to get around the map though, because it is such an extremely big map that traversing it on foot can be a little bit tiresome. Moving on to infantry play actually, the ground on this map outside is a brilliant area for infantry. You might not think it might be, considering just how big it is, but because the environment is very sort of rugged, there are lots of nooks and crannies for you to hide in, there are lots of hills to provide cover, and of course it's a massive long slope which makes it very difficult for sort of grounds vehicles, apart from maybe the snowmobiles, to really get around anywhere. So it's kind of free reign for the infantry on the ground, and you wouldn't really expect that considering the size of the map. There aren't any tanks available. You don't get tanks in this game mode, so if you're on the ground, it's pretty much free game for infantry. So if you do like sniping, if you like machine gunning, if you just like killing people, and you want a nice infantry battleground but you don't want inside, as appears to be in most maps in Battlefield 4 because inside just equals infantry, but if you do want to play outside on an infantry map, then this is a really great location for you to play. And finally, we have the inside, or the hangar. And this thing, it could be its whole map on its own, it's that big. And there are several stories for you to go around on. You can get on top of the Titan, you can go right underneath the Titan, you can go down into the pod at the bottom where the flames come out. If you turn the Levolution on, you can kill people if you turn that on, which I think is really cool. But the whole inside of this hangar could actually be another map. I don't think it's quite in-depth enough to really warrant being its own map, but we definitely know that this is going to be the domination location for the map. It just doesn't quite feel like they filled the space enough, but I guess with a massive Titan in the way, they didn't really have a lot of space left. But moving back outside, and to the title of this video, The Hill of Death, I don't think you could get a more accurate title, because there are so many infantry players on this section of the map, especially when you're in a full 64-man server. You could probably estimate that there are about maybe 20 to 25 players on each side in this middle section of the map, or the outside slope section of the map, that it makes it for a really interesting battleground, and flags change hands so often that you've always got to be moving or you will just get killed. Somebody's going to come up behind you, get you with a knife. Somebody's going to spot you across the other side of the hill. If you're not moving, then you're going to get shot. And you've always got to make sure that you're looking out for the Rorsch X1, because that thing just kills in one bullet. If the guy's locked onto you, you're dead. You don't stand a chance with that thing. In the intro to the video, I'm not sure if it's in the intro or maybe it was the first clip in the video, I'm not sure. But I managed to take down a jet with the Rorsch X1, which was really cool. I did take down a transport heli in the same clip as well. The weapon still baffles me. It's absolutely amazing. I found that it's absolutely rubbish at close quarters because it takes so long for you to reload, and you have to literally get right to the end of the animation before the bullet actually clicks into the weapon and you can fire it again, that if you are caught in sort of a close quarters battle, you aren't going to stand a chance. You're not even going to have a chance to get your secondary out and try and defend yourself. So this thing is really built for sort of long-range engagement. I didn't realise there's actually a zoom function on the scope as well. If you push, I think is it T on the keyboard, you can change the zoom on the scope. It's not a huge difference. I think it's a 20 times scope and it drops back to 14 times. And that might seem like a big difference, but overall it's really not. It really is built for these long-range engagements, but there's no more satisfying feeling than taking out a jet with one bullet. It does feel pretty awesome. But anyway, that was my experience of playing Hangar 21. It looks like a really cool map, and I'm probably really going to get into this one. I really enjoyed it. Despite the size of the map and me not being a very good vehicle player, I mainly play exclusively infantry in Battlefield 4. I really like the fact that there was a battleground available to pretty much anyone, whatever game style you wanted to play. I really liked it. I'm probably going to be bringing you another video tomorrow on the last map called Hammerhead, which is going live on CTE at 5:30 PM GMT today, which is probably about 3 or 4 hours ago now. So you can now go and play the last map that will be available in the Final Stand DLC, and you can check out just what an amazing map that is as well. But thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a rating down below and leave me all your comments too. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.